And it was this video. I don't care if it gets flagged. I wonder if I can.
Well, we're gonna see this, aren't we?
It is a guy did a video showing Caleb Williams on a play, not throwing the ball to like 4 open receivers, and like now people start talking about this is why you shouldn't draft him because he does this. I immediately commented on it saying, I've seen Justin Fields do this too. And then people are agreeing with me. People called me, you're a coach. Like, what do you know? And all that stuff starts to happen again all over Twitter. And I'm like, a part of me is like, we've probably seen Tom Brady do it. We've probably seen Peyton Manning do it. So we'll get to if we should draft him or not. But this video just, I don't know why, pissed me off.
I know exactly what video that is, and if it's the account that I am aware of, well, it's a different account. Look, there are pro Justin Fields accounts all over Bears Twitter that are just all about Justin Fields, and Justin's a great. I think, in terms of a person, is a great person, what I can tell, and is very athletic. And there's a lot of Ohio State people that love him too. But if this is the same video that I am thinking it is, then I've seen this, and look, I think it's a valid point. I think it's a valid point to discuss between, hey, well, if this guy's doing it, I mean, Justin, we know Justin misses receivers too.
Yeah,
we're not having this conversation if this doesn't happen. I want to see this video. I'm sorry.
I think you got a wide open guy. You got to take him. Like, you got to take him 20 out of 20 times on 1st and 10. And then what do you have up here? You have a stick with a basic and a hitch. There is no reason to be passing up this guy. Maybe you think they're going to jump it for some reason, but you're just jumping to conclusions. And then if you don't like it, what you're going to have to do in the NFL is you're going to have to progress back to your backside read. You need to go 1 to 2 on the basic. That's got to be a progression on this play with how they're getting it. You have a good pocket, slide subtly or up, and hit this basic on the backside. Because you got a freaking huge play. But he creates his own pressure by going out to the right, and then he fumbles trying to do too much. These are the things, in my opinion, that are red flags.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So what I'm hearing is there is no good option. Because if that is the case, and yeah, that's the exact account that I knew the post was from, is from this guy. Because this account, I mean, it says right on the face. It says Justin Fields Fan Club. And the guy gets a lot of good tweet reactions and such from posting Justin Fields being an athletic freak. We know he's an athletic freak. No one's telling you that differently. Now, to this video, and then I'll let you go on your rant, and I'll be basically playing therapist for a little bit because I knew this was coming. I mean, you know what that makes me think? We're screwed. How does that improve Justin's stock? Because, as you point out, and I agree completely, the opposite answer is not, oh, well, Justin is the solution. Here's the truth. That means we're effed either way. We are screwed either way. You basically told us we're either going to draft a quarterback who does similar things to the quarterback that we already have. So, that almost makes me say, and this is a dumb thing for me to say, that argument almost makes me look at this and go, oh, so you're telling me to pick up and sign Kirk Cousins then? Because, screw picking up the quarterback that does the exact same problems our quarterback does. Let's pick up the guy that actually hits reads. But then someone will say, you're nuts. That's dumb. We aren't going to overpay. Ryan Poles wouldn't do that. And I'm like, well, hey, you're telling me that both of these are dumb ideas. So let's go for the one that's the certainty then? I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Like, that's to me lunacy. Because I agree with you. That literally is saying, well, we can't pick up the same thing we have, so let's keep the same thing we have. What?
Well, I'm going to try to take a deep breath.
I mean, this is your time now. I will be here for support. I have put my piece down on this. Oh, he's got paper too.
Well, I'm going to try to stay on a schedule of.
Oh, you made like a freaking manifesto of this. That's what that is right there. Well, it's over for people.
I'm going to try to make clips out of this. So I got to go in order.
Okay.
Paper flip.
I'm here for it. This is what I came in today knowing was not the paper, but I knew something was coming. I'm ready for it. Time is now.
This first part is going to be 2 things. We can discuss Justin Fields versus Caleb Williams, but let's talk about this first. First of all, that guy doesn't know what routes are. That's the first thing. He's an idiot. He doesn't know. He knows the hitch or the stick. He doesn't know anything else. I don't know where he comes from. 2, So, like you said, you're telling me you picked one play. I'm going to contradict myself a little bit, but you'll see me come back around. You picked one play where Caleb Williams did not hit a receiver. What happened before that? Are the receivers dropping the ball? Does he have happy feet? Has he been hit a couple times? This was against Washington, who made it to the national title game. Mm-hmm. So when you pick a clip out of film, you can't trust it, because what is the theme of the game? Was he hit? Did he start to get happy feet? Does the receivers drop the ball? Is he mentally not there? That's why film can lie, but also tell you the truth. So when you pick a clip out like that, fine. Now, Justin Fields has done the exact same thing for his how long has he started? 2.5 years, 3 years, however long he started for the Bears.
It's three. We're going into year 4, people. It's 3 now.
Justin Fields has done this many times, where he does not hit the open receiver, takes off and runs, and he has also been hit and fumbled when he's trying to take off. He has done that before. So like you said, you're straight up telling me that we should not draft Caleb Williams because of one play, because he does those red flags. This is a red flag. Okay, my red flag when Justin Fields played Northwestern and had 3 interceptions. That should be a red flag. Oh, when he played Indiana and could not almost defeat them without his defense. That should have been a red flag.
That was my red flag game. That was the one that sounded the alarm where I was having problems with it. It was that game in particular.
So you want to talk about red flags? Idiot guy with some weird microphone that's right up to his freaking face, sponsored by Sleeper? Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. And I do not have time to do this. I have all the Bears film. I could easily pull it up and show how Justin Fields does not do the exact same thing in the NFL. If I had college film, I could show you probably a couple times where he did that. Oh, wait a minute. He did against Northwestern. And guess what? They almost lost. And oh my gosh, he had first-round draft pick wide receivers. He had first-round draft pick offensive linemen. He had 2 running backs that averaged over 130 yards per game. 2. These are red flags. So these type of videos have been popping up. And it's been pissing me off because it doesn't make sense. And then, like, I'm glad you said that because it didn't make me think. So you're telling me to not draft this guy because we draft and we're going to have the same person that we already have now.
Right. Oh, you might as well just pay Kirk Cousins with your cap space and just pick up Kurt. If we're talking about missing receivers, don't even talk about Justin. Just go pay Kurt. Just go into the draft who you need, get Kirk Cousins, and just light it up. If that's all we're talking about, that video, if we're going to just go on the video, kills off both arguments then. Screw it. Trade back and then find someone else, because apparently both your options right now, if you're just not going to trade back, suck, is how I look at it. At least they can potentially suck. Now, the Fields crowd will tell you, well, it's year 4. We got Shane Waldron coming in. That's going to change this whole thing. And credit, he helped Geno Smith. But guys, I give 3 years because generally the Rich Gannons of the world do not exist in mass. The people that go through the first several years and then make their way back all of a sudden in a flick of the wrist don't exist. They don't exist on a regular basis. And the closest thing that maybe might happen, is Baker Mayfield. But guess what? Justin has never put up numbers like Baker Mayfield to even justify me putting that conversation into this. I just find that hard. That tape just makes me say, screw it, just go pay Kurt. Just go pay Kurt. You might as well, get Marvin Harrison, basically make Marvin Harrison Jr. your new Justin Jefferson, along with a DJ Moore, along with a Cole Kmet. Just give Kirk Cousins a great line and boom, let him sling it. You got the running backs. I mean, what is wrong? Is it the money? Because if it's the money, well, hang on a minute. I thought we got this big capital. Can't we spend the money? Like, am I crazy? Kurt's not that old. You can get a 4-year deal out of him and get 4 great years and possibly compete easily for the NFC North Championship, for the division. Like, am I nuts? That video basically makes me say, screw it, go use your cap space. You got a lot of money on your hands.
Well, that's
what's the argument that's wrong here?
But that's what it came down to is, should they trade Justin Fields or draft Caleb Williams or do something completely different? Last year, if this was last year, that Caleb Williams, I would have said maybe you consider drafting him. This year, watching him play, USC, I think, went 7-6, and the way his leadership showed, I say you don't draft him.